Hi students, this is Mx.Nazario. This is 8.7 addition, subtraction, and multiplication day 2. So we're practicing this skill. You're going to do these problems. You're going to follow along with the video as a class. We're going to pause it for you to do the problems. Then we're going to hit play so you can see the answers and make sure you're getting them right. Your choice, you can either do them on the large whiteboard or you can sit and do them on your iPads at your desk. If you are going to use the large whiteboards, you need to be very respectful. There should not be any joking or laughing or anything like that. You should just be focused. And if for whatever reason you cannot focus, you will be told to sit back down and take notes at your desk. Okay. Sorry. That being said, we're going to do the first whiteboard practice. I want to send you a reminder. You have a quiz next class. You still have a quiz. Whether I'm sick or I'm back in person, you're still going to have a quiz. So this is to help you prepare. The assignment tonight will have a whole bunch of practice problems for you. There's plenty of problems in the book. You can do all of them. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, so here we go. Here's your first two. Go ahead and pause the video and work. Hi, thank you so much for coming back. I'm going to show you the answers to these two problems. Okay, here are the two answers to the two problems. On the left side, you just needed to combine the 4 and the negative 13. On the right side, you had to reduce each of those radicands, and you combine them, you end up with a 0 root 3, which is really just 0 times square root 3. So it's 0. Everything cancels out, which is kind of nice. You get a 0. All right, we're going to try another set. Go ahead and pause and start working. All right, thank you so much for coming back. I'm going to go ahead and show these answers to you as well. And basically, this whole video is going to be a lot of just working through problems. So on the left, you have 4 times 3, which is that 12. You can bring the square root of 4 is really 2 in front. So 6 root 3 plus 2 root 3. And you get a total of 8 root 3. On the right side, you can reduce these numbers down. You get 3 minus 2 root 5, which is really just 1 root 5. You can also write it as square root 5. All right, here we go. I'm going to continue on. All right, go ahead and pause and work on this. These ones might take a little bit longer. Go ahead, pause and work. Thank you so much for coming back. Okay, so here we go. Your answers are as follows. We have 3 square root of 3 times x plus 1. On the right side, you do have to do multiple steps on the right side. You have to not only rationalize the denominator for the right fraction, but you also need to make sure you have a common denominator on the left. So combining everything together should give you 14 square root 3 divided by 3. And 14 is not divisible by 3, so we cannot continue to simplify any further. All right, we're almost there. We have a couple more to go. All right, multiply and simplify. Go ahead and start. All right, thank you so much for coming back. So here are your answers for this problem. You should have everything multiplied out. Please go ahead and make sure you have the right steps. Check them. Make sure you have the right steps. Everything is ready to go. Just that way they are aligned with what we're currently doing. So on the left, you should have negative 11 minus square root 35. On the right, w plus 22 square root w plus 121. You also can write number 52 on the right as w plus 121 plus 22 square root w. They are equivalent expressions. Okay, and I'm going to keep going. Go ahead and pause and work on this problem. Thank you so much. All right, so we are almost near the end. This is our multiply and simplify. The left one was quicker. It should have been square root 15 minus square root 3. And that cannot simplify any further. The right side can simplify quite a bit. So when you multiply it out, you're going to end up with square root 50 minus square root 5 minus 2 square root 20 plus 2 square root 2 right here. We can then simplify the 25 and simplify this 4 times 5 to give us that 20. You're going to combine your like terms, which I just showed here with highlighter. And we are going to get our final answer, 7 square root 2 minus 5 square root 5. All right, time for everyone's favorite, rationalizing the denominator. Go ahead, pause the video. Go ahead and work on both. All right, thanks so much. These two problems were pretty significant problems. So neither one of these answers came out as nice, calm, even numbers or easier to handle numbers. Sometimes we end up in a situation where we rationalize the denominator, and it works out really nicely. And we've had that happen a couple times in class. And sometimes things don't work out super nicely, and you get answers like these, and that's okay. So this was to have you practice with seeing some answers that do not always, have very nice answers necessarily. So just so you get a little practice with this. We got one more of these, rationalizing denominator. Go ahead, pause the video. All right, thanks for coming back. So you should be doing these two problems when you write out these problems. One of these does simplify quite nicely. The one on the left, you get 1 minus 2 square root 6. The one on the right does not really simplify as nice, but it is fewer steps because you can't really combine like terms for much. For example, you can't combine the 3 square root x with the plus square root 2x because that one has a factor of 2x, and that one is just square root of x. They're not the same, so you cannot combine those. You can't combine the 8 square root 2 or the 24, and you can't divide by any even power or anything. So that's done. The expression is as simplified as possible. All right, we're going to switch now to a couple of different activities. I believe there's 3 total activities. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to need to pick 2 of the 3, and I think that should be enough time. It's up to the teacher in charge in the room. You should have way more to do than you have time to do. So that's the plan. If you are speeding through super fast, then you can do as much as you want. So this one I like because it has a little bit of everything. So you'll notice adding and subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. But this worksheet itself actually has some that we haven't done yet. So you'll notice like number 2 has cube roots. We have not done cube roots. Number 3 and number 4 also have cube roots. So this is more like of a challenge review. I would say to do this, and 5th root we have not done yet. We have pretty much only done square roots. And so I would say this is more like of a challenge activity. The adding and subtracting section here would be like a little bit of a challenge activity. Everything else on here I believe we've done, so you should be able to do. But those in green right there would be a little bit more of a challenge. So you can work with a partner. If you decide, I would have you work on this for like 10 minutes, get as much as you can, and then check the answer key. And I'm going to go ahead and scroll right now in the answer key. So if you're ready to work, go ahead, pause the video, let them work for about 10 minutes, get as much as they can done. Thank you. All right, thanks for coming back. So here is your answer key. We have 1 was W, 2 is I, 3 is I, 4 G, 5 H, 6 T, 7 T, 8 S, 9 N, 10 N, 11 T, 12 A, 13 E, 14 J, 15 V, 16 O, 17 D, 18 U. And it should say nothing. It just waved. There you go. Very punny joke on waves. So the question was, what did the ocean say to the iceberg? Nothing. It just waved. Okay, there's a couple more to practice with. Once again, this should be more time than you have for class. So I would say about the last 15 minutes or so of class, stop the video wherever it's at and start working on your assignment. So about the last 15 minutes of class, stop the video so it'll just be time to work on the assignment. So assuming you have more time, you go ahead and do this one. This is adding and subtracting. This is what we've done in class. So go ahead and pause the video now so you can start working on this one. Thank you so much. This one probably also only took about 10 minutes. Some of you are really quick at this and probably could have done this one in like 5 minutes or so. So go ahead, check your answers, make sure you have the right pattern. If you think there's a chance maybe I made a mistake somewhere. So if you think I made a mistake, just shoot me an email and I'll check it. But this should be the correct answer key. And we're going to try one more of these in the off chance that you guys are like super quick at these and superstars and you're ready to go and there's plenty of time left. There's another one that's multiplying radical expressions. I would say for this one, this is a great resource to help you study. If you're studying at home, maybe, if you don't have time for it in class, that you should still try to do this one. So go ahead, pause the video. All right, here we go. Here's your answer to multiplying radical expressions. And at this point, hopefully, depending on how long, this one might have taken a little longer, so probably about 7 minutes or so. 7 to 10 maybe minutes. You should have about 15 minutes left in class. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to come to where it says the assignment, complete the assignment on the next slides. For the last 15 minutes of class. So whoever's the teacher in the room can just play it back. About the last 15 minutes of class is what you will have to work on your assignment. I think that's plenty of time for you guys to get started, considering it is review. And I do have an answer key of all the assignment. I don't want to show you all of it because, you know, you still have to do the work. But there is an answer key available. If you need to see it for whatever reason, you can either email me or let me know. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Hopefully I will see you guys very, very soon. I am recovering from my illness. So have a great rest of your day. Goodbye, guys.